Hello again. I've cycled down to Copford this morning, a couple of miles away from home. It's early on a Saturday morning and I'm thinking of heading out to Abberton Reservoir. This one should be pushing up to somewhere around about 18 miles. So just slowly increasing the distance. So let's go along. Well, at the moment we're heading towards Copford Green. There's an old cart lodge on the right hand side and we're passing the Alma pub. Through Copford Green, and then we've got some rather nice country lanes for a couple of miles. Just passing through the hamlet of Hardy's Green, and then more country lanes to take us down to the B1022. Normally a busy road, but this time on a Saturday morning it was lovely and quiet. Heading up the hill here in towards Birch. A view of me speeding up the hill. Well, getting up the hill anyway. Well, next we enter Abberton and we pass through Abberton Heath. Now we drop down a hill which eventually takes us out onto one arm of the Abberton Reservoir. Well, this part is often full up with twitchers, bird watchers, but I was either too early or too late to see very many of them that morning. There's a few over there on the right hand side looking at the birds. I've arrived at the main target for today. This is Abberton Reservoir. So what we're over 7 miles in at the moment. This is a large reservoir which feeds the Colchester area in Essex. Interestingly, it was used by the Dambusters to train for their raid on the German dams in the Ruhr. Here's a picture of an exercise that took place off the coast of Kent. But this reservoir is pretty large, and it is either the third or the fourth largest reservoir in England. What we can see here is just one small arm of it. Right, well, pushing on, we're heading to Great Wigborough. And then we turn left here and head towards Layer de la Haye so that we can see a bit more of the reservoir. Coming off the road here so that we can ride along by the retaining wall. Right, so here's another part of the reservoir. We're heading back now towards Layer de la Haye, and then we use the country lanes to get back through Copford Green, Copford, and then home. I made my way then to the Abberton Reservoir Visitor Centre, but it was early in the morning and it wasn't open. So heading back then along this rather nice shared cycle and footpath, I decided that I'd stop and have a rest at the local church. I just stopped here to have a rest for a little while. Nice spot. This is St John's Church, Layer de la Haye. I'll take you around. There you go. View across the reservoir there. Back along the shared cycle and footpath into Layer de la Haye. Lots more nice country lanes, and anyone who knows me won't be at all surprised to learn that in spite of all the technology, I took a wrong turn. Thankfully, more by luck than judgment, I found myself back in an area that I did recognise, and so headed back through Birch, hitting a nasty pothole here. Ooh, bloody pothole. And then heading up to cross over the B1022 again, and more or less retrace our steps back to the start. Just heading up through Copford to Markstay and home. Thankfully the traffic is still pretty quiet as we head round onto the A120. Just around the corner here I'm going to do a left, so I do like to indicate here very early to let the drivers know that I'm going round to the left so they don't all try to squeeze past me. And then thankfully onto the relative peace and quiet of our little lane. Last big effort to get up over the railway bridge, and when we get up the top we can admire the stunning artwork produced by our local talented artists. There you go. Right down the other side and skillfully do this 180-degree turn. Right, that was about 19.4 miles. A tad more than I'd envisaged, but that's what happens when you take the wrong turn. Anyway, I really enjoyed that. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. And until I see you again, look after yourselves. Take care. All the best. And bye for now.